Hey, what's going on, guys? So, in this video, I want us to chew on this idea of contextual style. Now, as much as I have this platform, I have a camera in front of my face, and I give style advice and tips. I'm a student, so I like to learn and grow. So I Googled contextual style to see if there's any other style bloggers out there talking about it, so I can learn from it and talk about it in this video. And no one's talking about it. There's another style blogger that is talking something, close to this, and that guy is Tanner Guzzi. He runs a blog called Masculine Style. He also has a YouTube channel, Tanner Guzzi. I'm gonna link him down below because this guy is pretty dope. He is well educated, very articulate, and he gets into the psychology of why we wear what we wear. So, what is contextual style? Since no one out there is talking about it, I figure, you know what, I'm going to define it. Contextual style is simply dressing in accordance to your surroundings. That's it. That's what context means to me, your surroundings. Ian Riley at work with his co-workers is different from Ian Riley in Vegas with his frat brothers. Two different contexts, and based on these contexts, it could bring out different behaviors. And that's with everybody. No one's the same in every situation. You adapt to your environment. You adapt to your surroundings. The way you talk around your friends is not how you would talk around Nana. It's two different things. So how does that relate to style? Well, as I was chewing on this, there were three areas that I want to talk about in this video that we can kind of explore. And the three areas are assessing your environment, understanding fabrics, and knowing who your peer group is. So assess your environment. Now, at this past year's StyleCon, Tanner gave a presentation, and in this presentation he spoke about how some guys, when they start on their style journey, they go all the way left field with it. They just start wearing suits, and they wear suits everywhere. Now, some of you may know that I have a background at Men's Warehouse. The dress code there was suits, sport coat, slacks. Got to wear a button-down shirt with a tie, whether it's a long tie or a bow tie. Thing with that is, after work, if I had to, run to Walmart and get a bottle of milk, or if I'm meeting up with some friends at a bar, or if I'm just going over to a friend's house, I would still be suited and booted. And as I look back and I realized that was when I was really getting serious about my style journey. I don't know what I was trying to prove. What were you trying to prove? That you dress well and you wanted people to see you? You get to a point where that shouldn't matter. Okay, that's your work attire, but now you're out of work. You can loosen the tie. You can lose the tie completely. If I'm going to meet up with some friends at a bar and we come from similar work environments and they're not wearing ties, some of them may have unbuttoned, a couple buttons. What I look like walking in, suited and booted with my Eldred knot and my tie. It's like, what are you trying to prove? So learning to assess your environment is something that I'm getting better at. There's some situations that don't call for me to be so dressed up and make me stick out like a sore thumb. And there's some situations that you may want to dress up. Say a wedding, for example. You don't want to peacock either. You don't want to wear something flamboyant, but then again, you don't want to wear a t-shirt and jeans. That could be, either one could be peacocking. You want to stand out. Best ask the bride and groom, what's the dress code, so you can best, pick the garments and the pieces that suit that environment that you're about to go into. So just learning how to assess your environment and thinking about the context of where you're gonna be. I'm at work, okay, I'm gonna be in a suit and tie, but now I'm at my friend's house playing dominoes. I'm not gonna be wearing a suit and tie. I'll probably be more relaxed with a t-shirt and some jeans or chinos. So that's something to think about. Understanding fabric. Now, I've been a victim of misunderstanding fabric. And when I was working at Men's Warehouse, I realized that a lot of men that work through the door, they also misunderstood fabric. As a matter of fact, they didn't know about fabric at all. And if they did, they would only know about two: cotton and wool. And it was up to us, the employees of Men's Warehouse, to kind of, show them the different type of fabrics there is out there, so that it can not only complement their style, but also complement Mother Nature. Now, think about it. What you wear in the fall and the winter is totally different from what you wear in the spring and the summer. Two different contexts. So in the fall, in the winter, and in much colder weather, you want to bring out the heavier fabrics. So your wools, your tweeds, your corduroys, your cashmere. As the weather starts to get warmer, you might want to bring out the cottons and the linens and the silks and the seersuckers. And it's not that I didn't care about fabric when I first started out. I just didn't know. I would wear I would wear a wool sport coat in the summer and wonder why I'm so hot. Because it's a heavy fabric. It wasn't made for the summer. In the wintertime, it's perfect. But in the summertime, cotton or linen or seersucker, those work best for sport coats or suits. So just understanding fabric, like there's more to fabrics than just cotton and wool. There's other fabrics out there that you can wear, and boy, will they complement your style. And you can either keep warm in it or stay cool. So understand fabric. And lastly, knowing your peer group. I kind of touched on this earlier, but knowing who your peer group is, learning to separate your professional relationships from your personal relationship. What you would wear to a boardroom meeting or to see a client or at your job should be totally different from what you wear at a backyard bonfire with your college friends. And you might say, okay, Ian, yeah, this goes without saying, but nah, there's some guys out there when they start out on this style journey, they really do go all the way left field, and they just want to dress fly everywhere. Like, there would have been a point where I would have worn a suit to a backyard bonfire because I wanted to be fly. Like, what's the point of that? Like, everybody knows that you dress well. You don't need to stick it in people's face. And if you keep doing that, you start to come up as a pompous ass. And people may not say it to you, but now that I look back at how I used to dress so out of place and in so many places, I'm like, come on, man. Like, that was so uncalled for. So assessing your environment, understanding fabrics, and also knowing your peer group. If you're hanging out with friends, you don't need to be all dressed up, But if you're hanging out with your boss, you might want to wear a suit and tie. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video got you thinking. As always, I've linked a support article to the video down below. And I'm going to also link out Tanner's website and his YouTube channel. I highly recommend you guys check him out. Like, he gets into some really deep stuff. Very, very interesting guy. And if there's anything else that I missed on this idea of contextual style, please let me know. I just touched on three areas. There may be more. So shoot me an email or drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you next week.